Hello, this is Miss Jackson. I wanted to take a quick minute and make a multiplication basics video. Just something that can refresh you on all things multiplication and show you the various ways that we represent multiplication, at least basic multiplication, in third grade. To start out, let's look at a multiplication problem. Let's do 4 times 2 equals 8. The numbers being multiplied are the factors. The answer, the total, is going to be the product. We can represent multiplication in a variety of ways. The first way that we can represent it is with equal groups. So the first factor would tell us our number of groups. Our second factor is going to tell us how many objects are in each group. And from there, to find our product, we would just add up the total number of objects. Well, if we added all these together, we would have a total number of 8. If we wanted to write this as a repeated addition sentence, it would look like this. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. To turn that into multiplication, we would look at how many 2's do we have. We have 4 2's. 4 times the number 2 equals 8. From there, we can create an array. That is the next thing that we learned. Arrays are when we take a certain number of objects, we put them into rows with equal amounts in each row. So for this array, we would have 4 rows. I would come down 4, and I would have 2 objects in each row. So there's a total of 2 objects in each row. I could count from there how many total objects I have, which is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows with 2 objects in each row. Okay, the next thing we could do to solve a multiplication problem is to skip count. We can skip count by 4 2 times. So 4, 8. Or we could skip count by 2 4 times. 2, 4, 6, 8. The other thing that I wanted to point out on here is going to be a strip diagram for multiplication. We look at strip diagrams for every operation. They're great ways to organize information. Aside from that, they show up all over the end of the year STAR test. So we hit them hard all year, but I really do like them because they organize information nicely. A multiplication strip diagram is going to look like this. We are going to have our number of groups, which in this case is 4. And we're going to put 2 objects in each group. And we could do that either with 2 dots in each group, or we could just put the number 2 in each group. From there, we would find our total. Sometimes the total is written on top like this. Sometimes it is written like, let's see if I can erase here without erasing everything. There we go. Sometimes it is written like this. That's an 8. It's a terrible 8. Don't make 8s like that, friends. There we go. Sometimes they will take this little guy and they'll write it down at the bottom instead of the top, even though we have worked so hard on finding it at the top. That's okay. Whatever it is, the total is going to be represented as the entire distance of the strip diagram adding up to a certain number. So that is a multiplication strip diagram. We have looked at skip counting. We've looked at arrays, repeated addition, and equal groups. Later in the year, we're going to look at area models and how to use that in multiplication also. But this is just kind of a basic introduction to multiplication and just a little reminder of some of the parts like factors and products, some of the models that we can draw to represent it.